Hello, welcome to Cafdil lessons.
Hello learners, I'm Cynthia Amwa, your natural science facilitator. Today, our lesson is on diversity of matter. Strand 1, diversity of matter. And our substrand 1 is living and non-living things. And our indicator and exemplars are: know the basic structure of plants. Know the basic structure of plants, that is roots, stem, leaves, and flowers. So today is lesson 1, parts of a plant. Parts of a plant. Good. Now before we start the lesson, now let's look at our lesson exemplars. That is, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to: 1. State the parts of a plant. State the parts of a plant. 2. State the functions of the parts of a plant. State the functions of the parts of a plant. Good. So let's start with examples of plants. Examples of plants. So you can see a plant on the screen. So we are coming to look at examples of plants. And 1. Now what plant is this? Now this is tomato plant. Tomato plant. Yes, this is tomato plant. Now the next one is pepper plant. Pepper plant, as we can see. Pepper plant. Good. The next one is mango plant. Mango plants, and we have the fruit there. The next one is pawpaw plants. Pawpaw plants. Now this is pawpaw fruits, as we can see. Plantain or banana plant. So it can be plantain, it can be banana. The plants, they look alike. Yes, there's a slight difference between them. The banana plant has whitish on the leaves, but for the plantain, the whitish there are not many. Good. So this is plantain or banana plants. Good. Now let's look at the good. So the next one, we have orange plants. Orange plants. So these are examples of plants. Avocado plants. Avocado plants. So we are looking at examples of plants. Avocado plant. This one is coconut plant. Coconut plants. So now we are coming to look at parts of a plant. Parts of a plant. Now we have different types of human beings. Human beings, we have different types. The same thing that we have different types of plants. Now for human beings, we have parts of our body. We have parts. The same thing applies to plants. They also have parts of their bodies. So let's look at the parts of a plant. Now let's start. The parts of a plant are: 1. Flower. Flower. Now let's look at the flower. It's there. Leaves. Leaves. The leaves are there. Stem. We have the stem. We have the roots. Good. So let's look at the flower. We have an arrow there. So this is flower. Good. Now the leaf. And we have the stem. And then roots. So we have flower, leaf, stem, and roots. And the other one, let's look at this one, the leaf. When it is one, we say leaf. When there are two or more, we say leaves. So how many leaves are there? We have 3 leaves. Good. So the parts of the plant are the flower, the leaf, the stem, and roots. So the leaves, when they are many, we say leaves. Good. So sunflower plants. We are coming to look at the parts of the sunflower plant. Now, which one is the flower? Good. This is the flower. And the color of the flower is yellow. And we have some red lines in them. In it. Good. We have the leaves or the leaf. This one, we have leaf. When there are many, we say leaves. We have the stem, and then the roots. So we have flower, leaf, stem, and roots of the sunflower plants. Good. The pepper plants. Let's look at the parts. We have the flower. The color of the flower is white, and we have some spots green in it. So the color of the pepper plant is white. Good. Now this is the leaf of the pepper plant, And this is the stem, and then the roots. So for pepper plants, we have the flower, the leaf, the stem, and the roots. So this is pepper plants. Another plant, this is tomato plants. So let's look at the parts of the tomato plants. We have the flower, we have the leaves or the leaf. This one is one, so leaf. When there are many, we say leaves. And then the stem. We have the roots. So the tomato plant has also got the flower, the leaf, the stem, and the roots. Now this is a maize plant. So let's look at the parts of a maize plant. So we have the flower, we have the leaf. When there are many, we say leaves. One is leaf. We have the stem and the roots. So for the maize plants, we have the flower, the leaf, the stem, and the roots. Okay, now we have finished with the parts of the plants. We are coming to look at functions of the parts of the plants. Human beings, we have parts, and we use the part to do so many things. Any part and its function. The same thing applies to the parts of the plant. So we are coming to look at the functions of the parts of the plants. So functions of the roots. So what does the roots do to the plant? Okay. The roots can be found in the soil. So this is it. So always the roots is in the soil. They are there. Good. Roots can be found in the soil. Good. As we can see. Another function. The roots hold the plant in the soil. The root hold the plant in the soil. So let's look at this video. Let's look at this video. Yes, it is in the soil, so you can't remove unless you use force to remove it. So the root hold the plant in the soil. Hold the plant in the soil. Good. Another function. The roots hold the plant in the soil. The roots hold the plant in the soil, as we can see for the tomato plants. Good. Now look at what is happening. The roots hold the plant in the soil. Let's look at it. Look at it again. So if you cut the roots or you cut the plant, the stem, the plant will do what? To go down, to fall, because the roots is not there. So let's look at another function of the roots. The root take water and food to the plant. As you can see, the water and food in the soil. The root is taking it to the parts of the plant, the stem, the leaves. Yes, as you can see, the water is the whitish one, the white one. The water is passing through from the soil to the root, to the stem, and to the leaves. Yes, and the round ones are the food in the soil. Have you seen it? So the roots take water and food to the plants. The roots take water and food to the plant. So let's look at this activity. Let's look at it. So the water and the food can be seen in the soil. Good. So let's look at it. A and B. We have pot A and pot B. Now we are putting the plant in it, in the soil. So let's look at it. Yes, we will cut one of the roots. We have two plants, potted plant A and B. Now we have cut one, the B one, we have cut it and we have watered it. So look at it, what will happen? Good. The next day or 2 days, you see that plant B will die. Why? Because of the roots. There is no root to take in water and food to the plant. So it is dying. But look at the other one. Very, very nice. It's still taking water and food from the soil. So the roots take water and food to the plants. So as we can see, the root take water and food to the plants. The water and nutrients, that is the food in the soil, help the plant to grow bigger and stronger. As you can see, as you eat, when you were a baby, you ate and you are now a big girl or boy. Now look at this plant too. It was very small and the roots has helped it to grow by taking the water and food from the soil. So the water and nutrients, that is the food, help the plant to grow bigger and stronger. So functions of the stem. We are coming to look at the functions of the stem. Now the stem, look at it, where the stem is. Have you seen? This is the stem. The stem. So this is the stem. Good. So what the functions? The stem is the middle part of the plant. So where is the stem? The stem is the middle part of the plant. Yes, this is the stem. This is the stem. Good. The stem. As we can see. Good. The stem takes water and food from the roots to other parts of the plant. So from the roots, the water and the nutrients or the food will pass through the stem to the other parts of the plant. Functions of the leaves. Functions of the leaves. Now this is the leaf. One is leaf, and when there are two or more, we say leaves. So functions of the leaves. The leaves use sunlight, as we can see on our screen, water in the soil, and air in our environment to make food for the plants. The leaves use sunlight, water, and air to make food for the plants, as we can see. Functions of the flower. Functions of the flower, as we can see on our screen. The flower is the part of a plant. What does it do? The flower is the part that makes seed and fruits. So this is tomato plant and the color is yellow. Yes, and it will make the fruits and we get the seed in the fruits. So the flower is the part that makes seeds and fruits. So we have come to the end of our lesson. Parts of a plant. Parts of a plant. And we saw that the parts of the plant are flower, leaf, stem, and roots. Flower, leaf, stem, and roots. So this is the flower. We have the leaf. We have the stem and the roots. Flower, leaf, stem, and roots. Good. So let's test ourselves on parts of a plant. Let's test ourselves on parts of a plant. So our first question says, which parts of the plant is pointed below? Which parts of the plant is pointed below? So which parts? We have the stem, the leaves, roots. Yes, so the leaves, the leaves. Question number 2, which parts of the plant is pointed below? As we can see in a circle, which parts? We have the roots, the stem, the flower. The roots, the stem, and the flower. Yes, this is the roots, the roots. The next one, which part of the plant is pointed below? Which part of the plant is pointed below? Leaves, stem, and flower. Which one? Yes, this is the flower, the sunflower. Yes. Number 4, which part of the plant is pointed below? Which part of the plant is pointed below? We have the leaves, stem, roots. Now this is the stem, the stem. And the last one, which part of the plant is found in the soil? Which part of the plant is found in the soil? We have the leaves, roots, and stem. Which one? We have the roots, the roots. The root is found in the soil. You have done very, very well. I hope you are following the lesson. Yes, I'm sure you are doing it. Good. Now, this is our homework. Our homework. It says, write the names of the parts of the plant. Write the names of the parts of the plant. We have A, B, C, and D. So I will give you some time and then you do it. Write it nicely in your books. Welcome back, learners. I hope you have done the homework. Hope to see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.